Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Math Makes World with Kavita. Today we are going to discuss about the topic conic section, which is very important in coordinate geometry. Before knowing the conic section, we have to know the basics of straight lines and circles. Without knowing the basics of circles and straight lines, we can't understand the conic section topic. In conic section we get parabola, hyperbola, ellipse. But circle and straight lines are the foundations of this conic section. In the name itself only it has a conic section. That means if we cut conic in different sections we get parabola, hyperbola, ellipse and circle. Let us see. I am taking here inverted cone. You know that inverted cone is like this. It is the center of the cone. And here it is called radius. This one is called axis. And this one is called slant height. And this is called axis. And here this is called vertical height. And here it is called V vertex. Yes, and here we have some alpha. Alpha is called semi-vertical angle. Semi-vertical angle. I will show experimentally. It is a cone. The base of this cone looks like a circle. If we cut this circle with a plane, we get circle only. If we cut this one like this, we get the base of the cone looks like a circle. That means if we cut this cone with a plane with an angle 90 degrees, we get a circle. By tilting this plane, if we cut this cone, we get an ellipse. Let us see. Here I have cutted this one. This will be ellipse. That means circle looks like this. Ellipse. And this is a generator. This is a generator, or we can say this will be axis. From one side, if we cut this cone, we get parabola. From one side, if we cut this cone, we get parabola. From two sides of the axis, if we cut this cone, we get hyperbola. We study the circle topic separately, but here we will discuss parabola, ellipse, hyperbola combining. Here, if we cut the cone with a plane in 90 degrees, we get circle. Let center C alpha comma beta. Point on the circle is PH comma K. Circle is called the locus of the all points from a fixed point with a fixed distance. Distance nothing but here radius. From a fixed radius is called circle. So the distance between these PC is equal to remains constant. Radius will not change throughout the circle. PC distance between 2 points we get root of h minus alpha whole square plus k minus beta whole square is equal to r. By replacing h comma k with x comma y and squaring on both sides, we get x minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to r square, where x comma y is a moving point, alpha comma beta is the center of the circle and r is the radius of the circle. From a fixed line, consider a point, moving point h comma k. This is a moving point. This is a fixed line. Let us consider fixed point S alpha comma beta. The distance between this moving point to the fixed line, let it be m. That means the perpendicular drawn from the moving point to the fixed line, and the distance between a fixed point and moving point. This will be called a fixed point. Remains constant. That means PS by PM remains constant. PS by PM remains constant. We are assuming that that constant is E. Here E is called eccentricity. This fixed line is called directrix. And here this fixed point is called focus. The conic section is a locus of all points from a fixed point to the moving point to its distance to the fixed line to its perpendicular distance, we can say, because here it is a perpendicular. The perpendicular distance from this point to the fixed line remains constant. This constant is called eccentricity. PS by PM is equal to E. We have PS is equal to EPM. Distance between PS alpha minus h whole square plus beta minus k whole square is equal to PS PM. PM means the perpendicular distance from this point to the straight line. Let this straight line will be AX plus BY plus C is equal to 0. What is the distance from a fixed point or from a point to the line? A modulus AX1 plus BY1 plus C by root of A square plus B square. Applying that one, modulus AX1 XY means H comma K, AH plus BK plus C by root of A square plus B square. Applying this formula, PS alpha minus H whole square plus beta minus K whole square under root, which will equal to E into PM AH plus BK plus C by root of A square plus B square. By squaring on these both sides, replace H comma K by X comma Y. Alpha minus x whole square plus beta minus y whole square is equal to, here it is E square. Modulus will become ax plus by plus c whole square by, here root will get cancelled, a square plus b square. So this can also be written as a square plus b square into, we can write this one as x minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to E square into ax plus by plus c whole square. By simplifying this equation, we get ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Did you see this type of equation anyway? Yes, in pair of straight lines. What is this equation? It is a second degree non-homogeneous equation, because here first 3 terms having degree 2 and remaining 2 terms having degree 1 and constant having degree 0. This is a second degree non-homogeneous equation. That means applying the condition for this second degree equation, we get either conic, we get different conics. So It represents two straight lines which are ax1 plus by1 plus c and ax2 plus by2 plus c2. This equation is a combined equations of two straight lines. That means a pair of straight lines. We have a condition that if second degree non-homogeneous equation should represent the pair of straight lines, then we have a condition delta is equal to ABC minus 2FGH minus AF square minus BG square minus CH square. By applying the conditions for these delta, either delta is equal to 0 or not equal to 0 or greater than 0, less than 0. By applying different conditions, we get different conics. 2 root h square minus ab by a plus b. This is a tan theta equation. Here, if two lines, these are called a pair of straight lines. The angle between these two is theta. Tan theta is this value. We get perpendicular lines when a plus b is equal to 0. That means x square coefficient and y square coefficient sum is equal to 0. Then the two straight lines will be called as perpendicular straight lines. That means let these two lines are L1 and L2. That means here it is L1 perpendicular to L2. And second case, here theta is equal to 90 degrees. Perpendicular nothing but 90 degrees. If theta is equal to 0, that means 0 means there is no angle between two straight lines. They coincide or that are parallel lines. If two lines are parallel, L1 parallel to L2, then theta is equal to 0. When it becomes 0, when h square is equal to AB. Let us see by applying delta conditions what conics will get to. Here I have here pair of lines and here delta is equal to 0, h square greater than or equal to AB. When delta is equal to 0, always we get a pair of straight lines. When we get pair of parallel lines, when delta is equal to 0 and h square is equal to AB. When we get a pair of perpendicular lines, delta is equal to 0, 0 and a plus b is equal to, and if delta not equal to 0, when we get a circle, when delta not equal to 0, what is the equation of a circle? X minus alpha whole square plus y minus beta whole square is equal to r square. A is equal to b and also h is equal to 0. When we get a circle, if delta not equal to 0 and a is equal to b and h is equal to 0, we get the circle equation as x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. This is the equation of the circle. Here the xy term is vanish. And next one, after circle we get a parabola. Here also it is delta not equal to 0. Here we have a conditions h square is equal to AB and eccentricity E is equal to 1. And for ellipse, we get delta not equal to 0 and h square less than AB. And also we have condition for eccentricity lies in between 0 and 1. After ellipse, hyperbola. For hyperbola also delta not equal to 0 and h square greater than AB and when E greater than 1. And at last we have rectangular hyperbola. Here also we have delta not equal to 0 condition. But here we are saying rectangular. Hyperbola already I have told to you. Hyperbola will be like this. These two half parabolas, we can say, these two are at 90 degrees. Then we get rectangular hyperbola. That means for rectangle, we have condition a plus b is equal to 0. And eccentricity will be 1 by root 2. These are the conditions. By using these conditions, we can say is that second degree homogeneous equation will represent a circle, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola, like that. Here I have some 4 problems. That means we have to identify this second degree equations represents is a circle or ellipse or parabola or hyperbola. I will do this one. Let us see. First one represents ellipse. And let us see second one. Within seconds, I have written the second degree homogeneous represents which conic section. If you know the magic behind this, you can also make wonders. Let us see that wonder. How can we write? Here I have second degree homogeneous equation. The coefficient of xy whole square 2h whole square minus 4ab, that will become 4h square minus 4ab. If this one is less than 0, again we arise two cases, which is xy coefficient vanishes, then it becomes circle. If xy coefficient not equal to 0 and a not equal to b, we can say that one as ellipse. If that value is equal to 0, we can say this is parabola. If that value is greater than 0, we can say that one is hyperbola. Let us see the problems. Here let this one will be a and this one will be 2h. This one is b. What is the value of 4h square minus 4ab? Squaring of this, we get 16 minus 4 into 8, 32 into 5. 160, which is less than 0. Clearly we have it is less than 0. When less than 0, we have two cases. But here h is equal to 0, but here h is there. So directly it will be ellipse. Let us see second one. Here 4h square. 4 square is 16 minus 4ab or 1. 4, which is greater than 0. We get hyperbola. And third one, here is there xy coefficient? No. Here no need to find out 4h square minus 4ab, because clearly we have h is equal to 0. There is no other conditions for h is equal to 0. Therefore directly we can write this one as circle. And also here a is equal to b. And last one, h square, 8 square, 64 minus 4 into 16, 64 into 1, 64, which is equal to 0. Equal to 0 will give parabola. Is it simple or not? Super simple it is. So, let us do DIY problems. I have bring two problems for you. Here it is. So, do it yourself. Just applying the process and tell me the answers 1, 2 as which conic section they will be represent. Send me the answers as 1, 2 in my comment box. If you like this trick, give me a like and share this channel to everyone surrounding you. And don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Stay home, stay safe. Stay tuned with our channel Math Makes World. We will meet again with a super duper trick in next video. Until then, signing off.